What's up, everybody? DeAngelo here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I wanted to make this video on how you guys can create profitable CPA campaigns on a budget. Because if you're just getting started into this, it's normally going to cost you quite a bit of money up front. You got to buy a course. Depending on what niche you want to go into, it can literally be a couple $100s or even a few dollars up to, a couple $1,000s, right? Depending on the niche you get into or whatnot. It also depends on, the network you're going to be running traffic on. So basically, there's a lot of money that can be spent up front before you even make $1. So to help you guys, combat that cost or whatnot on at least a tracking software or whatever, because if you get a good one, that's an easy $300 right there. So if you do it this way, you'll be able to do this 100% free and use that $300 that you were going to use for tracking software to, basically use that for traffic and stuff like that. So we're on the Oryx network right now, if you guys didn't know, but basically you're gonna go to your lead logs, and this is what you want to go. This is what you're going to see right here. So we got everything we need, literally everything we need right here. This is how we break our campaign down, right? So we got our stats right here. This is going to tell us if the offer is completed. If we're going to get the payout amount, we're going to get their IP address. We're going to get the country, we're going to get the city, we're going to get the platform, we're going to get the Windows, we're going to get the browser. Like, we're going to get everything that we need, right? UA, everything, date, everything. This right here. This is all we need to build a profitable campaign, right? So then we can, start going by country. We can sort all of this stuff out to see what our most profitable campaign is. So to give you guys like just a straight up example here, right? Let's say, well, obviously we're running this in the United States, right? So let's say we are running this on we're running this in the U.S. Then, let's say we go through research everything and we see that, Jacksonville is doing really fantastic, right? So then we run it, in Jacksonville, and let's say, we've been, looking through all this stuff here, and we find out it converts best on desktop. Then from there, let's say, it's running best on, because I'm seeing a lot of Windows 10 and Chrome. So let's say Windows 10 and Chrome, the Chrome browser. Now, depending on which network it is, like, you have this much control. Not every single network is going to give you this much control. Like, some will just let you choose the city and state and desktop. Like, they're not going to, it doesn't do all of that for you. But what you can do is go to linkbreaker.com and sign up for an account. And then let's say it only lets you do desktop or something like that. Or if you have a campaign that you're trying to separate from iPhone and Android, and the network you're trying to go to doesn't allow you to do that. Let's just say it just has mobile, right? You can use LinkBreaker to divide those up where you have two different offers. One goes to Apple products and one goes to Android products, right? So that's what you can do for that right there, whatnot. But I already made a whole video on that. You guys can go watch that. And then that's it. That's all we would need to do. And then, just start tracking, calculating a little time and whatnot. Let's say we go through, we check our numbers, and the best time for us to run is between 2 a.m. and 10 a.m., right? We just build a profitable campaign. That's it. That's literally all you have to do to build a profitable campaign. So we got all the variables. We got everything we need now. And we didn't have to pay $300 for tracking software. We know the city. We know the state. We know the country. We know the device. We know the operating system. We know the browser. And we know the time. There is nothing else to do except start that campaign and then just test it out. Now, if you don't have a tracking software, you're going to need multiple accounts on the network, right? So it kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can have like 2 or 3 accounts or whatnot. Let's say we are trying to run another campaign here. Now, you could, depending on the network, just have it set to where it's, I cannot think of the actual damn name or whatnot. Then it'll come to me. Basically, you can just have it set to where you can have like some text after it or whatnot, and let's say the campaign 1, campaign 2, or stuff like that. But you're still gonna have to sort through all that data. It's a lot cleaner just to have 2 different accounts or whatnot. So let's say we set up another account, and this time, we got U.S. and then let's say we go over here. Let's say Hollywood. Then let's say Android OS 9. Then let's say Edge. And then let's just say some random time of like I don't know, between like 6 p.m. and 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. or whatever. All right. So that's it. That's all we would have to do. That's a whole nother campaign right there. So then we would have those running, and we would just check and see which one makes the most money. Let's say we spend $10 on the first campaign and we get $12 back. Let's say we spend $10 on this one right here, and we get $30 back. All right. Now, personally, I would still keep this one on just because it's in profit, just to see what happens. See, because it could go up, it could go lower. Just test it out or whatnot. But this one right here, obviously, you would let it run, scale up a little bit, keep scaling up and keep scaling up. And then basically that's it. That's how you make a profitable campaign without tracking software and on a budget. All right. Now, obviously, you got to get that data first because this doesn't just magically happen. Where are we at? All right, so you don't just magically get this data here. This comes from clicks, your conversion. So you're going to have to send traffic first, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You're not just going to get the data right then and there unless you're buying like a winning campaign type of thing, like in the Team DeAngelo network or whatever. The Team DeAngelo training. But yeah, so like you guys are going to see all this data right here. So let's say we go and we get 1,000 clicks. Then, we get, let's say, 200 conversions. Then, from there, we just, check our data, right? That's it. So that's it. We would just check this data right here. So it depends on your numbers or whatnot. Obviously, it depends on what you're comfortable with. Some people are only comfortable with 500 or more conversions to test their data, or some people might be comfortable with 50. I highly recommend a little higher than 50 or whatnot. But again, you can just start testing some things out as soon as you start getting some data, and just start creating those campaigns or whatnot. So we wouldn't count the full 1,000 clicks. We would only count the conversions right here, right? So this number might be high, but if this number is low, you got to bring that number up or whatnot. So let's say with it, once we let's say we sorted all this stuff out and we went by only conversions, right? Like only what converted, and then we had again. We just build out another campaign here, just like this right here, and then that's it. That's literally all we would have to do. It's really just that simple, guys. Like all you have to do is check your data, and that's it. And then if you're again on the Oryx network, you can sort through all your data literally right here, and it'll build the damn campaign out for you. That simple, right? So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. I really wanted to go over this here because I know a lot of people have been, reaching out to me asking, questions about this type of stuff here. But yeah, guys, you don't technically need tracking software and stuff like that, but don't get me wrong, it really will help out your campaign. So if you have the budget for it, I highly recommend getting one. Even if you become an Oryx member or whatnot, because obviously there are some features that we can't have on the network that you're going to get. Well, we probably could, but I just don't know if my developer knows how to do them or whatnot. But there are features that CPV Labs has that I don't have on the CPA network. You know what I'm saying? So if you get your CPV Lab set up and whatnot, it's gonna be fantastic, guys. There's literally nothing wrong that's gonna come from that. You're just gonna have way more data to build more profitable campaigns. You're gonna be able to like add your banners to stuff. You're not gonna have to create several different accounts and all type of stuff. But I mean, this is a little workaround if you don't want to go spend $300 on some software. But that is pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you apply the stuff. But if you got any questions, simply put them in the comment section down below.